Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
Oh, I thought you'd never ask. Today is Tuesday. Can you believe today is already the 7th day of January? We're like a whole week into this year already. It's National Bobblehead Day, so if your head's bobbing up and down, that's okay. And it's National Tempura Day, so today's a good day for that, and to have tempura while you're maybe getting a bobblehead. I have no idea. Do we like tempura? Is that fish?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever had it.
I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe that's not what it is.
I have no idea.
Probably Google this stuff. Hey, coming up in the program today, we reach out and we talk to this crazy guy once a week. It's this gorgeous lady that sits with me. It's her dad. Charlie is his name. It's a thing called Tuesdays with Charlie. If you've never heard that part of the program, it is certainly worth sticking around for.
You need to hear it.
It's a little ways from now, but it's certainly worth sticking around for because it is truly my favorite thing we do all week long. And we do a lot of fun stuff. Mm-hmm. We talk to a lot of cool people. I still really enjoy talking to him. And it's hard to explain to people what that is. I say, talk to my father-in-law on the radio once a week, and they're like,
whatever. What? Yeah, it's
you just get
it's interesting.
All right. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Student loan debt is out of control for many people. Are you one of them? The average graduate walks away with anywhere from $25,000 to $40,000 in student loans. Believe it or not, 2% even manage to owe over $100,000 by the time they graduate. If you have several different student loans, let us consolidate them into one loan and one payment at singlestudentloan.com. If you have only one student loan, we may be able to offer you a better rate to help you get that loan paid off sooner at singlestudentloan.com. That's singlestudentloan.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. A new study found that attractiveness gives candidates a huge boost in elections.
Oh, for sure.
Really? Do you think?
Yeah.
Why do we need to do a study for that?
Yeah.
Like, who do you want to vote for? This handsome man or this man who's not so handsome?
Yeah.
Like, probably the handsome man.
Yeah, it absolutely helps.
And I think it's probably on a subconscious level that you don't think about it, but you're like, you think about that.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because you go back a few years, the Nixon-Kennedy, like they said, the debates, those who listened to it on the radio said Nixon won, and those who watched it on TV said that Kennedy won.
Makes a difference.
So it does. I've got a link to that story, by the way. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
When was the last time you got a new credit card? If you have a card that's been in your purse or wallet for a long time, you should check and see if you're getting the best rates. You may find a better credit card that will give you the points you want or cashback options you don't get right now. At bettercreditcards.com, you see all the major credit card companies and their best offers. Let them compete to earn your business. And if the one you have right now is better, keep it. Find a card that's a better fit for you at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
This is your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by Time4Rehab.com. According to court records, after they were discovered having a little extracurricular activity in the women's bathroom at a beachside bar, a 62-year-old woman and her 60-year-old male companion tussled with the police while they were being arrested. The tipsy duo got in a bit of trouble for doing this.
That's just nasty.
Yeah, it's a bad idea. Jimmy B's Beach Bar is where all this happened. And Deborah Vogt and George O'Brien were having, like I said, little extracurricular activities in the female restroom. It says here, numerous subjects complained about what was going on in there, and that's when the police were called. And a heavily intoxicated man and woman, they denied the allegations. That's not what we were doing. Anyway, they were questioned by the police. They declined to identify themselves. They had no means of identification. They were allegedly resisting arrest. Anyway, charged with trespassing, disorderly conduct, and resisting an officer. Does not say public intoxication, but it sounds like they were both pretty darn tipsy. That's what happens when your brain is on drugs. You can find a link to that story at Time4Rehab.com. Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Matt Lauer is reportedly dating a marketing guru by the name of Shaman Abbas after finalizing his divorce from his wife. So he's already got somebody that he's dating. She's a marketing guru, so maybe she can help market him and, make everybody forget that, all that stuff that he did that wasn't so great. Justin Bieber's YouTube docuseries Seasons will debut on January the 27th, chronicling the making of his comeback album. So it's coming out the end of this month. And producers of the Golden Globes are going to serve a plant-based meat during this year's ceremony. So
I saw that.
I don't
saw
understand.
that.
I'm not really sure what's going on there. They're struggling to get ratings. They're struggling to get anybody to even host the thing. But, they keep saying these things are really important.
This will help.
It's really important to you, but nobody else outside your bubble really cares.
People will be flocking to this event now.
I don't know. Big Screen, Little Screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
It's a new year. Have you made a resolution to quit drinking or to finally get away from drugs for good? These are both habits that are hard to kick, but you can do it. We want to help you. TimeForRehab.com is here to help you find the help you need with your particular situation. If you want to make this year the year you get the help you need to live a normal life again, start with a little help from us at TimeForRehab.com. That's TimeForRehab.com.
Now, your scoop of the day, brought to you by FunkyMonkeyShirts.com. The U.S. Treasury Department is reporting that the federal deficit grew by $10 trillion in the last decade. So that's kind of concerning, don't you think?
Yeah.
It's a pretty decent chunk of change over the last 10 years. Video of a homeless man grabbing some spaghetti with his bare hands at a Whole Foods buffet in New York has gone viral.
Oh,
yeah.
gross.
And I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, there's a video if you want to see it. It's in the show notes for today. By the way, if you have not yet had a chance to look at the new layout for the show notes, the whole page, johnandheidishow.com, so much easier to navigate. And I think it turned out really, really nice. So big thank you to the folks that helped make that happen. And again, we try to post, I'm sure there's some things that are mentioned on the program that don't get linked on there, but we try to put as much as we can on there. The FAA, that's the Federal Aviation Administration, they're probing a cluster of mysterious drones that have been flying over Colorado. They're trying to figure out what is going on, but like unmanned little drones, some of them flying in formation, and nobody really knows for sure what it is, but they're trying to figure out who's doing it and why they're doing it.
Right. Yikes.
So I had somebody online that said that's what shotguns are for. Now, I don't know that that's necessarily the right idea, but because,
I wouldn't let a drone just fly around
I don't know.
my house.
You can't fly them without a permit. And if they're doing it illegally, then they're going to get in trouble, whoever's doing it. And again, I've got a link to the story if you want to read all the details, but that's in the show notes for today as well. Scientists at the University of California have developed a vaccination for Alzheimer's disease that they are ready to test on humans. That is very exciting news. If you know anybody who's ever struggled with Alzheimer's, it's a terrible, terrible thing. And I know there's a lot of diseases that are bad diseases. The thing that kind of stinks about this is you're still healthy in every way other than you don't remember the most important pieces of your life and the people who you love and the people who love you. And it's just a really difficult thing. I've had I have a grandmother suffering with that right now, and I have another grandmother that we lost that suffered with that. It's a tough one. So very excited to hear that there's a vaccination that they're working on that they think is maybe going to help. San Jose police arrested a man who installed 2 cameras inside the restroom at a Starbucks. The judge set the bail at $5,000. Yikes. And people have been waiting for up to 2 hours to buy legalized marijuana in Chicago since it went on sale New Year's Day. And one last story here. Jeffrey Epstein's former... What's that?
I didn't even know that happened.
Yeah.
That's not going to help there.
I don't think so either. And Jeffrey Epstein's former Madame, Ghislaine Maxwell, something like that, has reportedly told friends that she's not worried about getting arrested because she, quote, has serious dirt on powerful people. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't say that because that's how you don't get arrested but get killed instead.
Uh-huh.
It's a bad idea. Very bad idea. Maybe you somehow get all that information to somebody quickly. That's going to do it for today's Scoop of the Day right here on The John and Heidi Show.
Student loan debt is out of control for many people. Are you one of them? The average graduate walks away with anywhere from $25,000 to $40,000 in student loans. Believe it or not, 2% even manage to owe over $100,000 by the time they graduate. If you have several different student loans, let us consolidate them into one loan and one payment at singlestudentloan.com. If you have only one student loan, we may be able to offer you a better rate to help you get that loan paid off sooner at singlestudentloan.com. That's singlestudentloan.com.
And it's time right now for my favorite program, something we do every Tuesday just because we can. We pick up the phone and we call my father-in-law for a little thing we like to call
Tuesdays with Charlie.
Tuesdays with Charlie, he'll give us some golf. We talk each week and we learn fun stuff. Everyone loves him, he makes us laugh. Sometimes he's wrong, then he fires his staff. Get ready to learn some things. Here we go. It's Tuesdays with Charlie on the John and Heidi Show.
How you doing, Charlie?
Well, this is the first Tuesday we've done this in the new year, right?
It is. It's
It is.
2020. I'm still struggling with writing 2020, though.
I'm kind of struggling, too. We'll have to wing this because I'm doing it by myself until I hire new staff.
Okay.
Oh, that's okay. Well, what do you got?
Did you know that redheads require more anesthesia than non-redheads?
I heard that somewhere. I wonder why that is.
I don't know, but I think I told you that once.
I think you did, too.
But you never listened to me, so I figured I'd bring it up again.
What was that? I wasn't listening.
You never well, see, there you go. You never listened to me. I could say something, but...
I'd have to just bleep you, that's all.
Okay, let's go and see. Ohio is the only U.S. state that does not share a letter with the word mackerel.
Really? So Ohio's the only one.
Who thought about that?
You know, somebody was sitting around drinking thinking of that one.
Oh, wow.
You got to lay awake at night thinking that stuff. That just don't happen.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Hey, okay then. John Paul II is an honorary Harlem Globetrotter.
Really?
I want to be an honorary Globetrotter.
Okay, then I hereby make you an honorary Globetrotter.
Thank you.
I don't think I have the power to do that, but
I'm going to have a
Whatever it would
T-shirt
be.
made.
Okay.
Honorary Globetrotter.
Then did you know that 22.5 million people alive right now will be dead in 12 months?
holy cow.
Oh,
That's not good.
No, not for them.
No.
wow.
If you're in that group, you're going to be a statistic.
Yeah, I don't want to be a statistic. I want to be here.
Oh, maybe. I'll see how it works out.
Yeah, no kidding.
Hey, if a man never cut his beard, by the time he dies, it would be 30 feet long.
Oh, wow.
Ew, gross.
Unless you're in that group that you're alive right now,
Yeah.
then it wouldn't work.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey,
Charlie, are you
if
ready for a
anybody-
question?
If anybody wants to apply for a job, I'm looking for, writers or whatever you call them.
Nice. Very good. Are you ready for a question from us, Charlie?
Okay.
What is the standard weight of a regular ping pong ball?
Oh.
Standard weight?
Yeah, what is a regular ping pong, like a regulation, just a regular run-of-the-mill ping pong ball? What does it weigh?
That's not a weight. Just a second there. I was thinking of something, but that's not a weight. 0.1 millimeter. I don't know.
What were you thinking of?
I was thinking of ounces.
That's an ounce? That's
a weight.
Okay, 1 ounce.
Well, real close. 0.09 ounces.
Oh, really
That's
close.
pretty close to an ounce.
Yeah.
Close.
What did you think it was if it wasn't a weight?
He's thinking like 20-ounce bottle of
Oh,
pop.
like he's thinking liquids.
An ounce ain't a weight. Is it?
Yeah, like 8 pounds, 5 ounces when a baby's born.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You want to throw that? I was thinking more like 12 ounces in a can of beer.
Yeah, no, I know.
I know what you're thinking.
That's weight.
Well, Charlie, it's always a pleasure. We'll talk to you again next week.
Bye, Daddy.
If I can get a staff rope together, we'll come up with something.
Do you want some people to help you find some stuff?
I need a lot of help.
If you want some help, I guarantee you we could get some people to help you.
You can fax me at charlie.com.
That's not a fax.
That's an email address.
We'll put the
You can email me. Or you can call me, or I really don't care.
well, if you're interested, we'll connect you. I'll put the info on our Facebook page. Charlie, we'll talk to you
Pays
next
a lot
week.
of money.
Bye, Daddy.
Bye, Fluff. Bye, John.
Bye. My father-in-law right there. It's always a pleasure to talk to him. It's a little thing we do every Tuesday just because we can. It's called Tuesdays with Charlie.
Want to make your sweetheart smile next month for Valentine's Day? Find some fun, matching shirts at funkymonkeyshirts.com. We have a whole collection of fun shirts for you lovebirds.
My wife rocks.
My man rocks. We also have many silly shirts that will make you smile any day of the year.
My ex-wife was a trophy wife.
Participation trophy. Find something fun for a loved one, friend, or for yourself at funkymonkeyshirts.com. That's funkymonkeyshirts.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
In 2017, June of 2017, Facebook community reached 2 billion active users, meaning more than 1/4 of the entire population of the world at that time was on Facebook. Now, I don't know if it's gone up or down since June of 2017, but they hit that milestone back in June of 2017, and it seems to be a pretty popular place to go. As a matter of fact, guess who's on Facebook?
Everyone.
We are. Our page. If you're on there and you're not friends with us yet, do that. Become a friend. Follow us. Check it out. We'll post something special just for you. Facebook.com/John and Heidi Show.
When was the last time you got a new credit card? If you have a card that's been in your purse or wallet for a long time, you should check and see if you're getting the best rates. You may find a better credit card that will give you the points you want or cashback options you don't get right now. At bettercreditcards.com, you see all the major credit card companies and their best offers. Let them compete to earn your business. And if the one you have right now is better, keep it. Find a card that's a better fit for you at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, news headlines from somewhere in this world. Dateline, South Korea. South Korean cell phone users say the new 5G network has not made their internet use any quicker. So everybody was talking about how much faster the internet was going to be with this 5G, and they're like, nope, no change at all. So there's other test markets around the United States that are doing this too. I'll have to check and see. I know some people that are in a test market that have been utilizing. I don't know. I didn't ask if it was quicker.
Right.
I know the big concern was it was going to melt your face off, and their face did not melt off, which is good. Yet. So I don't know. I've got a link to that story. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
It's a new year. Have you made a resolution to quit drinking or to finally get away from drugs for good? These are both habits that are hard to kick, but you can do it. We want to help you. TimeForRehab.com is here to help you find the help you need with your particular situation. If you want to make this year the year you get the help you need to live a normal life again, start with a little help from us at TimeForRehab.com. That's TimeForRehab.com.
Now some weird news, brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Following a dispute in the drive-thru lane of a Burger King in Florida, a teenager walked into the restaurant and threw a cup of scalding coffee on a fast food worker.
Oh my gosh.
It burnt her face, hands, and arms.
Why?
18-year-old Anastasia Lantier entered the Burger King due to an issue at the drive-thru.
Good Lord.
Once inside, she got into a verbal altercation with Cynthia Crum, a 21-year-old restaurant employee. That is when the one who did the assault grabbed the cup of coffee that was sitting on the counter and threw it at Crum. The coffee, which police say could have been up to 250 degrees.
Oh, my gosh.
We're going to circle back to that in a second.
Yeah, that's
It
a bad
splashed
idea.
all over Crum, burning the victim on the face and hands and arms during an ensuing physical altercation. She also scratched Crum while the worker bit and scratched her back. Not her back, but back
scratched
at her.
her in return.
With her mother in tow, she left the Burger King before police arrived. She was arrested with felony aggravated battery for causing great bodily harm, permanent disability, or permanent disfigurement to Crum. So, not good. Circling back to the coffee being 250
That is
degrees.
way too hot.
Way too hot. By the way, boiling point, 212 degrees. So this is more than boiling?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think that number has to be wrong. Has to be wrong. Coffee is way too hot, but 250 degrees? No, I don't think so.
Well, if it caused permanent damage, it
would have been boiling. Who drinks boiling coffee? 212 degrees is boiling.
I thought that after their other lawsuit, they had to.
They should turn them
lower
down.
the temperature.
It's plenty warm. Thanks for listening. This is today's Weird News.
John and Heidi.
Now your moment of duh, brought to you by SingleStudentLoan.com. The director of tourism for the Indiana River County Chamber of Commerce was arrested after officers said she punched an officer and caused a disturbance. So she is the director of tourism, trying to get people to come there and visit.
Oh, my goodness.
According to the police affidavit, 40-year-old Allison McNeil was charged with battery on law enforcement and resisting arrest and trespassing when they asked her to leave and she wouldn't leave. She was acting irate towards an IHOP customer, and an employee at the IHOP told an officer she walked into the restaurant at 3 a.m. and yelled at several customers. Responding officers reported the disturbance, that they wanted to have her removed. When the disturbance was reported, rather, they wanted her to be removed, but she wouldn't leave, and she punched the officer. Says here, she began to shove an officer. They took her to the ground and held her to the floor and finally got her arrested. But here's the thing that's crazy. What happened? It doesn't say that she was intoxicated, but I can't imagine that she wasn't. What else would have happened? It's 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Why would you go into an IHOP at 3 a.m. and start yelling at people?
Yeah.
Unless you were under the influence of something. So, I don't know. That's why it landed right here as today's Moment of Duh.
When was the last time you got a new credit card? If you have a card that's been in your purse or wallet for a long time, you should check and see if you're getting the best rates. You may find a better credit card that will give you the points you want or cashback options you don't get right now. At bettercreditcards.com, you see all the major credit card companies and their best offers. Let them compete to earn your business. And if the one you have right now is better, keep it. Find a card that's a better fit for you at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for Fake News or Florida. Heidi, tell me, is this a true story from the great state of Florida, or is it fake news made up to trick you? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Fake news or Florida? A Florida man met his estranged daughter after they connected on a dating website. Luckily, they discovered they were father and daughter before dinner was done. Fake news or Florida?
Fake news.
It is fake news.
That just sounds like one you wrote.
I did.
Yeah.
I made that up.
Yeah, it sounds
Didn't
like your
trick
wording.
you?
No.
Not even a
Not
little
even
bit?
for a second.
That would be pretty weird, though, wouldn't it?
It would.
That would be awful. That's why I'm glad that I'm not single and I'm on dating websites. Because how awful would it be to find out you had a daughter 25, 30 years ago and now you're on a date with her? That would be bad. But that is fake news. Thanks for listening to Fake News or Florida on the Tuesday edition of the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news. I think this is good news. Really, really cool story here. Good news brought to you, by the way, courtesy of our friends at bettercreditcards.com. They try to give people good news every day. So here's the good news for today. Here's a headline. Pink pledges $500,000 to Australian Fire Services. Now, for those of you who don't know who Pink is a performer. She's a singer.
Right.
A lot of big songs, huge hits. I think she might have even performed at the halftime at that football game. What's it called? Super Bowl?
Super Bowl.
I think she did. I don't know. Maybe not. But very talented lady. And I always thought she seemed to be a really cool person. She just seems like a very nice lady. But this is like the cherry on top for me. This is super cool. She announced she's donating $500,000 to Australian Fire Services, currently on the front lines to put out the brush fire crisis. And the thing that's nice about that is there's a bunch of different agencies. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different agencies that are working on this. One of the struggles is they're running short on supplies, they're running short on equipment,
Right.
they're running, so here they are going, we're trying to fight this, but we only have so much. And she says, hey, here's a little more.
Yeah.
$500,000. That is just awesome. I've got a link to the story. It's got a tweet that she had tweeted out, and it's got all the details. What are you laughing about?
Nothing.
You're laughing because I don't know how that works.
I don't know. Nothing.
She's got something from Tweeter. I still, by the way, I think it was hilarious. Last week we had a question for our Dear John letter. They were asking us about Instagram. We are the wrong people to ask about that. After the program, I had somebody say,
So not cool.
they said that what we were talking about sounds more like Snapchat. And I'm like, I have no idea. I have both of them on my phone. I don't know how either of them work. I just use Facebook. I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. But she sent this out, and I just scrolled up to look. Yeah, it is through Twitter. So quit making fun of me, Heidi. I've got a link to that story. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.